Okay, Hank, whenever you are ready, sir, you may begin.
Can you imagine the streets of a local town or city turning into rivers of lava? I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to inform you of a boring volcanic field. The boring volcanic field is literally in our backyards, with us living so close to the Portland, Vancouver metropolitan area. I learned a lot of this information while doing research for a Geology 142 assignment last winter. I'm going to try and explain in layman's terms the location of the field, how the volcanoes of the field differ from the other volcanoes around us, such as Mount Hood or Mount St. Helens. And then I'm going to get into the present status of the field. So let's go on. At this time, I'm going to talk about the location of the field. According to an article entitled "The Boring Volcanic Field, Hills of the Portland Basin" on the United States Geological Survey Cascade Volcano Observatory website, modified 27 March 2009, this collection of volcanoes, the Boring Volcanic Field, is named for the community of Boring, Oregon, located about 12 miles southeast of downtown Portland. In this image, if you look at the orange areas, they're the locations of the volcanic activity dating back 2.6 million years ago up to 57,000 years ago. Now that I've spoke a little bit about the location, I'd like to move on to the differences in the volcanoes from that time and the other volcanoes around us. In the chapter entitled "The Boring Volcanic Field of the Portland, Vancouver area, Oregon and Washington, Tectonically Anomalous Four-Arc Volcanism in an Urban Setting," of the book I found online named "Volcanoes to Vineyards," which is a field guide from the Geological Society of America released in 2009. A collection of writers wrote, "Volcanism started 2.6 million years ago with the eruption of low-K tholite and related lavas in the southern part of the Portland Basin. Low-K lava contains less silica, therefore it's thinner and moves faster than the volcanoes that are the other volcanoes around us. They're more like what we see in Hawaii. Due to time constraints, it's a very brief, very brief explanation of the differences. As you can see here, Rocky Butte, which is one of the volcanoes of the volcanic field, is much lower in elevation than Mount Hood. Again, very brief explanation. Now that I've talked about the differences, I'd like to move on to the current status of the field. According to an article entitled, hold on, I'll find it. Okay. All of the shield volcanoes, cinder cones, and vents of the volcanic field are extinct, but in an article I found online from the Westland Tidings dated 21st March 2019, the author, William House, wrote, "The field is not considered extinct by the U.S. Geological Survey." Don't be alarmed though, the Geological Survey has, listed it as a very low risk of eruption due to the fact that the last eruption was 57,000 years ago at Rocky Butte. In this picture, that's just the volcanic plug. The rest of the cone was washed away by the Missoula floods. So, that pretty much concludes my speech. I've talked about, the location of the volcanic field, the differences of the volcanic field, and the current status of the volcanic field. So, thank you.